Hello everyone and welcome back to the Xing Tian guide. This is Joust. I'll probably try for a full solo game over the weekend. But for Xing Tian in Joust, it's fairly interesting because in Joust, a favored team composition is Warrior, Hunter, Mage. Right? It looks like Big Bandit wants to go with what is known as the Man comp, which is two tankier characters with one hard-hitting character. Usually it's an ADC, not necessarily. We'll talk about that in a second. Alright, it's going to be Hunter. Interesting. I can make this work. Depending on the enemy composition. It's risky. But anyways, what Xing Tian normally brings instead of a typical warrior is magic damage. See, warriors are usually chosen because in a 3v3, you want everyone dealing damage, but you still want a front line, and warriors kind of walk that line. They can do some damage, and they have good enough defenses where they can be somewhat tanky. And you don't need as much tankiness in Joust because there's only 3 enemies attacking you, so there's less need for protections. There's still a demand for protections, don't get me wrong. Your first few items are still going to be pretty defensive. But you can actually build 2 damage items as Xing Tian as opposed to your typical 1. In other words, you are building Xing Tian in Joust a bit more like a warrior. Now in this particular instance, they have the 2 physicals and they've got just the Nuwa as magic. So if we can single out and eliminate the Nuwa in every fight, first off, 100% of their damage is physical, and I can work with that. Now, what does this mean? This means, for the first time in this series, I won't be starting with Gauntlet of Thebes. I'm going to be opening with, in this particular case, Witchblade. Now, there's a couple of reasons that I'm going to open with Witchblade. One is it's fairly cheap. I have the stage 2 here, 100 health, movement speed. I've got Greater Cloak of Meditation. Now, the Greater Cloak of Meditation is actually pretty important in Joust. Actually, any upgraded relic is important, just whether you pick Shell or Meditation. I prefer Meditation, because with, again, fewer enemies attacking your allies, you can actually stretch the effect of Meditation a bit farther than you normally would. He is taking way too much damage here. I'm going to die. I'm dead. The Gilgamesh should not have gone in after me. That was a mistake on his part. I had to go in and try to... Oh, I did successfully save him, but I had to go in and save him, and as a result, I died. He should not have... He jumped in on the Osiris after I got away. There was just no reason to do so. Osiris is their tank. He did not need to jump on the Osiris. That was a mistake. That is why I died. I don't care about poke, because I can just do this. So, another thing we also have to keep in mind is we have Naja, not a typical hunter. So this is going to be very problematic for us in terms of offensive output. No, don't... Why did he attack? Why did he attack? I was trying to save his life. I was body blocking for him. I don't understand this. I don't know what it is, but Joust games recently have been absolutely wild. People are so hyper-aggressive in this mode. I don't know why. Look, the Nuwa at that level of health is still on the field. She should have backed. This is an opportunity if I can get close enough to her. Okay. That was interesting. He completely whiffed that. I don't know where Naja took all that damage from, but... Are you insane? Again, he was so low on health, and he went in on it. Why? I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's... Joust is such a nightmare to play right now as a support because everyone's just way far and away too aggressive with this. Can we do anything with her? No. No, we cannot. Don't do it, Gilgamesh. I gotta get back. I gotta get my Witchblade. Alright. Now we've got the Witchblade. Fantastic. My next move is going to be... I should have built this earlier, actually, but I want Sentinel's Gift next. They all have beads. Even Osiris has beads, which is actually a good thing, because that means when it comes down to team fighting, we'll be able to win. He's not in any condition right now to fight. I'm assuming you did not use your beads, alright. And again, the Gilgamesh stayed and fought against all indications that that was the move that would get him killed, would be going in. Again, people are just way too aggressive in this mode. Look at these two. Look at that. We're not going to be able to pick her up. I need to go back. Because I'm going to die to these minions if I don't. And again, Naja, with so little HP, keeps on going despite the fact they're under tower. I don't get it. It's weird. Alright, now we have Sentinel's Gift. Gilgamesh just went in. He's got almost no mana, he just went in. What is this? I'm actually hoping to lure them in. They're gonna... And he's gonna fall for it. Because this is Joust. This is what Joust is like now. At least you have beads up. At least you had beads up. And now he's finally gonna go back. Which is what he should have done before I even got here. Oi. Okay. Now, my next move is Breastplate of Valor. Again, I'm not gonna... my next item after Breastplate of Valor will be Magic Protections. I want Genji's Guard very specifically, again for cooldowns. But that's probably going to be all of the Magic Protections I'll be building. Once I'm done with that, I'll probably build... I'm not really sure what... I'll probably build some damage. Yes, there we go. Okay, good. Thank you. I am not building all into Thebes at all. There's just... we're too hyper... Don't do it. Okay, good. Amen. Oh, boy. I'm gonna go back and grab some more protections. This is getting very ugly very quickly for us. We're making a slow recovery, but... holy cow, it's only because we're finally not being quite so hyper-aggressive, and the Osiris is continuing to be hyper-aggressive. I have my ults. Okay. That time, I mean, he was under tower. I don't know why Gilgamesh just went in there. I don't know why I went in. And I died for bad. I shouldn't have done that. I'm just as bad as everyone else in this game. But it's just so weird. It's so hyper-aggressive. I don't get it. It makes... This is kind of a worst-case scenario in any mode. It's just Joust is particularly bad right now. I'm not sure why, but as a support, this is a worst-case scenario. Is your allies being way more aggressive than you can defend them from. You can save them from enemies to some extent, but you cannot save them from themselves. That is 100% something you can... See, it's 2v3. They're going in. Hello? And here is Uller, 0 mana. She just wasted that. I don't understand. Trying to get some Pokemon Boy there. I missed. I don't understand. Nobody in this match knows what they're doing, including me. Where is Naja? Naja's killing... Naja's getting killed? Okay. This is where we back up. Nope. This is where I somehow kill Osiris. Nope. And I'm just dead. I am somehow not dead. How the hell am I alive? I should not be. I should not be alive. How did they goof that? What in tarnation is this game? I'm going for Breastplate of Vigilance. There we go. Now I need Genji's Guard to help against Nuwa. She's actually starting to do some decent damage. It helps that she has Divine Ruin. She's probably going for Spirit the Magus. I'll just let the minions fight it out. Oh, go for it, guy. Knock yourself out. Yep. Matt's pretty par for the course. Why are we fighting this? We should not be fighting this. We should not be fighting this. What are we doing? Run. She is chasing those. And that Uller slaps. He's got flat protections, though, so that kind of makes sense. Actually, we're going to go for Mantle of Discord instead. I think that'll help me more in the long run. Nuwa is pretty easy to lock down. I'm just trying to help my absolutely insane... You missed the jump. I'm sorry, not the jump, the kick. He was stationary. I don't get it. Okay. Great ring. Great ring. A couple of seconds of waiting would have done you a bit more good. Why are you... Why was Gilgamesh alone? With that little health. Don't be alone in Joust. You die. Waiting for Naja. Nope. 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 No. No. Okay, he just wanted to throw his ring. That's fine. I can understand that. You want to die of this, Osiris? Nope, for some reason Nuwa does. That's weird. That's nothing short of unholy, honestly.
I'm just getting started.
Did you? You did not. There we go. Let's back it up. Please back it up. Let's take the dub. We're not taking the dub. We're going... Okay. I can't believe we got him. Run. Actually, you know what? We've got minions. Whatever. What are you looking at? You know what? I'll tank this for a couple seconds. Why not? There we go. Okay. We got the tower, though, somehow. Oh, what is this match? Holy cow. Alright, we need blink. Definitely. I want greater blink for that cooldown. I am now going to build Spear of the Magus. I'm not going to build Soul Reaver. I have a different plan in mind. But I am going to build Spear of the Magus next. I clearly need to be doing some amount of damage here. I'm just trying to keep him off of this. I failed, but that's fine. Nuwa just... okay. Nuwa, we can kill Nuwa. She's dead. She's just dead. Why would you kick her in that direction? Now I just have to keep that from happening. We can still kill him, though. He jumped in on this, so he's dead. There we go. Amen. Nope, don't bother with those. The minions will take care of that. We need to take care of this wave. There we go. He's getting it. He's getting it. You know what? Let's roll with it. We need nausea. We just need nausea. We can get this damage buff. And you absolutely should take this because I don't have any damage items yet, so you take this. I'm out of here. Alright, he missed me. That's good. My goodness. That's fine. That was the latest use of beads I've ever seen in my life. Okay. I'm just trying not to die right now. Okay. Well, that happened. That also happened. I'm dead. I do not survive this. There I go. Alright. Do I need a bit more magic protections? What do you have, Gilgamesh? You have Shogun's Kusari? Okay, and you're going for... yep, that's fine. Alright, what I'm going to do... maybe Talisman of Energy? No. I might go for Bulwark of Hope. That would actually help me quite a bit here. Yeah, I think Bulwark of Hope is my big move. Because even though I'm building it to help against Nuwa, the health shield from the passive will help me against Uller when that happens, and Osiris as well. So it's actually really my ideal option right now, because I must confess that I underestimated the amount of damage output Nuwa was going to be doing. I temporarily forgot that her minion dash attack reduces protections by a flat amount, so... yeah, I forgot about that briefly. So I am going to build Bulwark of Hope for that reason, but it will be the kind of item that will also help me against Uller when the time comes. Alright. There's you, there's your minions. You just whiffed your minions. Would I actually... I just got Osiris. Ulla's building basically full penetration. Alright. That's fine. Nice miss. Oh, they got the fire giant and I didn't even notice? I did not hear that trigger at all. That sucked. Okay. It's the Uller who's hard carrying them right now. He's just building pure penetration. Which is a smart move. Alright, so if we can just get rid of my boy there. Part of Nua's problem is she can't hit her minions. Which is kind of weird, but there it is. Okay. There's Osiris, there's Nua. Okay. There we go. That's what we needed. We just needed him. Can I get 2 seconds to rest up and not die? Thanks so much. Please kill her. Back out of this for a second. Please kill her. How the hell did she get out of there? That was impressive. Honestly. Absolutely fire gameplay. I didn't even know how she slipped out of that. That was impressive. I thought she was in the fog still. She was out of there. That was I just can't get over that. That was incredible. She can't hit her minions for anything, but she can absolutely make the absolute slickest getaway I've ever seen a new one make. I'm uploading this just for that. Straight up. That was absolutely genius. Do I take this? I guess I take this. I mean, honestly, that was fantastic. She had me completely bamboozled. She had everyone bamboozled. It's glorious. Comment down below if you actually saw what happened. I understand after the fact what happened, but I didn't see it happen, which is the cool part. If you saw it happen, please let me know. I want to know if I was, like, just unusually blind, or if me and my team were unusually blind, or what was going on there. Because holy cow, that was smooth as butter. What did I get? Absolutely no one. Not surprising. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this Uller is absolutely hard carrying them. 100%. Whoa. Alright. Yeah. That is 100%. Look at that Uller go. Now, this is actually an important match to demonstrate why it's very important to have range in Joust. Alright, we probably could have done a lot better if we had a hunter instead of an assassin. The problem here, and you can see this problem consistently throughout the match, is that all three of us needed to close that distance to get to the enemy team. Now, for a front line, Gilgamesh and I, that's fine. And it's not that the Naja himself played particularly badly. He did the best he could. But he really should have picked a ranged character, alright? I did okay. I did very mediocre throughout that. We have 13 kills on our team. I participated in 12 of them. I broke even on my kills and deaths, which at the very least I didn't feed. I had more assists than I had kills, which is very important. A lot of my kills were accidental because Furious Roar, my allies were leaving them right at the edge there. The Uller absolutely built correctly here. Now, Uller saw Xing, Tian, myself, and Gilgamesh, and saw, okay, penetration. 100% the correct move. 100%. The enemy team really knew what they were doing. The Osiris maybe a little less. The Osiris seemed a little too aggressive, I think, in the early game. The Osiris recovered, don't get me wrong, but the Osiris was too aggressive in the early game, but that was counterbalanced by the fact that we were too aggressive in the early game. Mostly the Gilgamesh. The Nuwa, like I said, the Nuwa, while she had a bit of a hard time hitting minions, looking at that escape that she had under the Phoenix and her score overall, I now don't necessarily think that was due to a lack of skill. I think she was paranoid, which is understandable as a Nuwa. But be that as it may, they played really well, and this is why you want some range. We really needed someone like Artemis, Neith, Chiron, someone ranged. You can't go 100% melee, and this is actually why. This is a great demonstration of why. I did the best I could with what I had. It just wasn't enough, and that's basically what it comes down to, okay? In this you can't really control that as a support. Sometimes you have these kinds of matches, sometimes you don't. It's beyond your control. You can just, all you can do as a support is the best you can. Like I said, I came out of this okay. But yeah, the enemy team was just absolutely fantastic, and we did not have the team composition or the skill to match. Most of that was team composition. The Naja should never have picked Naja. Man teams aren't as effective in Joust either, mostly because the reason man teams work in 5-man teams is because you're taking the 5 enemies and you're spreading that damage out among as many tanks as possible. Typically a man team in a conquest will be 4 tanky people, maybe 3, support, jungle, solo, all being tanky characters and building tanky, and you have mage and hunter, and you're just diversifying that damage out amongst the 3. In Joust, that's less important because, as I mentioned at the beginning here in the character selection, there's only 3 enemies. You don't really need 2 tanks in Joust, honestly. Yes, there are situations in which maybe you could really get something like that to work, but the only time I've seen a man team work is with a hunter that can really take advantage of the crowd control that the 2 front lines bring to bear. For instance, I mentioned Artemis earlier. My favorite version of a Joust man team is Guardian Warrior Artemis, primarily because Artemis gets a damage buff. I think it's 15%. Let me double check that. Artemis gets an impressive buff. 15% increased basic attack damage to gods who are afflicted by crowd control. Picture this scenario. I'm still Xing Tian. We still have the Gilgamesh. But instead of Naja, the other person picked Artemis. Right? I have a root. Still target activates, because that also activates with Transgressor's Fate. So I root them, still target. I'm throwing them with my ult. You know, I'm in the middle of that animation. They're in the air, whatever. Still target activates. Gilgamesh stuns them with a kick. Still target activates. They're rooted by Gilgamesh's ult. Still target activates. Okay? The only time I have seen a man team work in Joust is with Artemis as their damage, and the other 2 are high crowd control, frontliners, building tank. Maybe a little bit of damage in there, like I would built with Spear the Magus. That is how these work. Naja was the wrong choice there. We had not enough damage, and we had no range at all, which was really what the problem was. So this is an excellent example of both how a man team doesn't work, how it should work. Well, it's not really a demonstration of how it should work, but at least a discussion of how a man team in Joust should work, and generally the downfalls of trying that with the wrong comp. So with that being said, thank you all very much for joining me. If you liked this, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, please ignore me. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, ideas, suggestions, or requests, please leave them down in the comment section below. And thank you all very much for joining me, and have a great 24 hours.